Good morning, everybody. My name is Rakesh R, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Maharaja Institute of Technology, Mysore. This is my 7th year teaching experience. In this semester, I am going to handle computer-aided machine drawing as a subject. This is one of the core subjects for mechanical engineers. Before going to this, let us see in basics what is drawing. Drawing is nothing but it is a pictorial representation of an object. Pictorial representation of an object. There are several types of drawing. One is artistic drawing, engineering drawing, building drawings, etc. Specifically, when we say engineering drawing is nothing but it is also a pictorial representation of an object, but it should be in true shape and true size. In engineering drawing, true shape and true size matters. So this is one of the example for artistic drawing. This is a circle and this is some like house. In engineering, in artistic drawing, the dimension is not at all an important, just we are representing approximate shape and approximate size. This is an artistic drawing. It can be anything. It can be a building drawing, it can be a yacht, it can be a fan, it can be desk, it can be table, or it can be anything. This is artistic drawing, and it can be a person also sometimes. Whereas in engineering drawing, we need to represent a drawing in true shape and true size. This is a circle. The representation of circle is like this, and this is 5. We are giving dimension. So this dimension represents size of a circle. So this means diameter 20. Similarly, this is a rectangle. Rectangle, we will specify the length and width. In engineering drawing, we will be specifying with dimensions. Apart from dimensions, there are also constraints. There are positional constraints, there are geometric constraints, and dimensional constraints. Like that, there are constraints. If we give constraints to the drawing, then the drawing will be accommodated in a space. In a space, we have 3 dimensions. One is x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. So, whatever we will write in board, it is a 2D drawing. 3D is not inexact because the third dimension is perpendicular to the board. We cannot accommodate this third dimension easily. So whatever we will write in the board, it is all 2D drawing. This is a 3D drawing representing in a 2D plane. 3D drawing representing in a 2D plane. So whenever we will draw a drawing in a 2D plane, one of the dimension is we cannot match. One of the dimension will be less or more, or one of the shape is hidden. So you are seeing only the front portion of this house. The rear portion of the house is not visible. So this is one of the limitation in representing a 3D drawing in a 2D plane. Let us see how to analyze a drawing. Whenever we want to analyze a drawing, we need to know the principle of projections. So projection, the Latin name, the projection is nothing but to throw forward. The name of projection in Latin is nothing but to throw forward. So here there is a observer or nothing but source. When an object is introduced in between the source and a screen, what happens here basically is the light falls on the object, then the visual rays from the object will be fall on the screen. So these visual rays are nothing but projectors. These are nothing but projectors. So the straight line is moving forward. This principle is called as principle of projection. Here the lines are moving forward. We are throwing forward, because of which we are getting an image. This image we are getting on the screen. In engineering terms, that screen will be called as plane of projection. Object, we will call it as object only. Light or source, we will call it as observer. So the convention for engineering drawing is observer, object, and plane of projection. Based on this, we will classify into several angle of projections. So this is one of the principle of projection. Here, when you move light towards the object will be get enlarged. You will get an enlarged image. Similarly, when you take out an object away from the when you take off source away from the object, you will get a diminished image. We don't want diminished image or we don't want enlarged image. We want exact image. We want true shape and true size of an image. In order to do that, what we will do is, instead of divergent or convergent beam of visual rays, we will pass a parallel projectors. Parallel projectors. The projectors corresponding to parallel projectors is called parallel projection. So whenever we want to do a parallel projectors, the light source or an observer will be at infinity. So if the source or observer is at infinity, we will be getting parallel image. Because of this parallel image, we are getting true shape and true size of an image in plane of projection. So this is nothing but principle of projection. We will see in detail what are the different methods of projection. Before that, the representation of a 3D drawing in a 2D plane will have some constraints. That constraints will be taken care by principle of projection. In the drawing, you can represent 1D, 2D, 3D. Nowadays, you can also write 4D drawings. 4D drawings, earlier in a Vedic language, they have done a swastik. That swastik represents a Vedic language. So it will be showing a fourth dimension in a drawing. Swastik representing fourth dimension in a drawing. As we know, projections. Projection is nothing but to throw forward. So again, when an object is introduced in between observer and plane of projection, you will get a projectors. The light rays will be throwing forward the object to the screen. So that is nothing but a projector. Let us see the different methods of projections. So there are several types of projection. Basically, those are classified into two categories. One is perspective projection and another one is parallel projections. Perspective projection. The projection is based on perception. Perception means how you see the objects. It is nothing but through your eyes. How the object or how the drawing will be looking from your eyes. That is nothing but perspective projection. The method of perception. Again, when you see an object from your eyes, the projectors, that means the projectors, the visual rays from your eyes to the object is not parallel here. It is somewhat inclined, convergent or divergent. The projectors are not parallel to each other. Based on this, there are several types of perspective projection: 1 point, 2 point, 3 point and curvilinear. So these projections are, again, it is based on vanishing points. That means where you are looking. So 1 point means it is just like from looking in eyes at only one side. 2 point means you are looking at two sides. Remember, there are two eyes. So in the figure shows that there are a lot of perspective projection by 1 point, 2 point, 3 point and curvilinear. Curvilinear is nothing but it is just like a boundary traced for the object. So the output image from the perspective projection is 3D. Then let us go to parallel projections. Parallel projections are the projections. The projectors are parallel to each other. So what I said is visual rays are nothing but projectors. Here it is not parallel, here they are parallel to each other. When I say parallel to each other means the source will be at infinite. The source will be at infinite. When we get parallel projectors means we are getting a true shape and true size. Again, in parallel projectors, there are two types. One is oblique projection and another one is orthographic projections. As the name indicates, oblique. Oblique means here the projectors are parallel but the planes are inclined. Oblique is nothing but inclination. Here the planes are inclined at 30 degree or 45 degree or 60 degree. Based on that, there are again three types in oblique projections. One is cavalier, then cabinet and another one is military. Cavalier is nothing but it is one of the full scale shape and one of the plane is inclined. One of the plane is inclined to 45 degree. Cabinet is nothing but it is a half scale. One of the plane is inclined to 60 degree. Military is nothing but you will get a different inclinations. So those figures are shown there. Then another important thing in projection is orthographic projections. The machine drawing syllabus, the first part is orthographic projections. In orthographic projections, again there are two types. One is axonometric projection and another one is multi-view projection. Basically, orthographic projections, the output drawing will be 2D. Multi-view projections are referred to orthographic projections. Here again the condition, it is one of the parallel projections. Since it is a parallel projections, the projectors are parallel to each other. Orthographic, the name indicates ortho. Ortho means it is perpendicular, perpendicular to plane of projection. When we draw a projection, see that the projectors will be perpendicular to screen or perpendicular to plane of projection. Because of that, it is called as orthographic projections. Here, all the planes are perpendicular to each other. In oblique, one of the plane or two of the plane is not perpendicular to each other. Only one plane is perpendicular, remaining two planes is inclined to each other. Oblique projection and orthographic projection. In orthographic projection, again axonometric is there. Axonometric projection, again it is based on some measurement. In axonometric projection, one of the familiar type is isometric projection. Iso means same, metric means measurement. Again, if you place a cube resting on its HP on one of its corner and solid diagonal is perpendicular to VP, the following projection is nothing but you will get the front view of the cube is isometric projection. All the angles are 120 degree to each other. This is nothing but iso. Iso means similar. All the angles are 120 degree each other. Diametric, any two angles are same. One of the angle it can be 120 or it can be any other angle. Other two sides will be same. Trimetric, all the three angles are different. So this is a classification of axonometric projection, and isometric drawings are all 3D drawings. Axonometric drawing is also a 3D drawing. So when we analyze the drawing, when you want to see the various views of the drawing, in 3D we will be using isometric, diametric and trimetric. Usually in machine drawing, assembly drawings, the views what we will be seeing in 3D is isometric drawing. So you have an option, either isometric, diametric or trimetric. You will be seeing what exactly is that. Then coming to multi-view angle. Multi-view means, again, the output drawing is 2D here. As you see, all the types of projection, all are 3D except this multi-view drawing. Multi-view drawing is 2D. Again, in multi-view drawings, the principle is orthographic projections. What we will do is, projectors are parallel to each other and perpendicular to plane. The same thing in multi-view drawing we will be taking. As already you know, first angle of projection, second angle of projection, third angle of projection and fourth angle of projection. These are the different views, hence it is called as multi-views. In first angle of projection, the views are different, the representation of views are different. Second angle of projection, representation of views are different. Again in third angle, representation of views are different. Like this, these are classified as multi-view projections. In multi-view projection, what basically we will take is, we will take either first angle of projection or third angle of projection. 2 and 4 are overlapping each other. 2 and 4 will be overlapping each other, because of which we won't consider the conventions of second angle of projections and fourth angle of projection in any engineering drawing consideration. We will consider only 1 and 3. Let us see the syllabus of computer aided machine drawing for your scheme. This is an 18 scheme and 6 subject. It is a core subject. The credits allotted for the subject is 3. Let us see the syllabus. In the syllabus, they have a 3 division. The syllabus of machine drawing is different compared to other subjects. So here you have a 3 parts, part A, part B and part C. Part A, part B are 2D drawings. Part C is assembly drawing. Here there is a 3D drawing as well as 2D drawing. A and B is only 2D. In part A, dedicated marks is 25, part B 25 and part C is 50 marks. In part A and part B, submission marks is, we will take 60% of the marks is for sketching and 40% is for printout. Whereas in part C, 60% of the marks is dedicated for printout and 40% marks is dedicated for your sketching. Let us see the syllabus. In part A, you have two things: sections of solids, orthographic projections. Again, it is a continuation of solids in CAD. Here what we are seeing is, we are seeing sections. Sections is nothing but interior detail of the components. Again, solids, there are two types, you know. One is polyhedra and another one is prisms of revolution. Polyhedra, there are 7 polyhedra. You know that. One is tetrahedron, hexahedron, octahedron, icosahedron, dodecahedron, along with prisms and pyramids. In prisms of revolution, again there are 3 things. One is cylinders, cones and spheres. So here we are dealing interior part of solid in detail. You have to write the sectional view of the solid. Again the procedure is same. Last position up to VP you have to solve. We will be giving a cutting plane or a section plane. You introduce that and obtain the full section or half section view of the solid. Then orthographic projections. In orthographic projections, as already told, the projectors are parallel to each other and perpendicular to the plane of projection. Here we are solving complex parts. The 3D drawing will be given to you. You have to interpret what is a 2D drawing. The output you have to write is front view, top view and side view. That is only in orthographic projections. Here, without section and with section, that is also there in case. Next, thread forms. These are all memory drawings. There are some convention used before. That convention you have to follow. There are 5 threads you have to solve. Then fasteners. Fasteners are nothing but it is a bolt and nut. It is just an arrangement for a joint. One of the fasteners is temporary joint. What we are solving here is just we are solving 2 things. One is hexagonal bolt and another one is square bolt. Again, you have to just write a drawing, front view, top view and side view. Coming to the part B, in part B you have keys and joints. In joints there are only 2 things, one is socket and spigot and another one is knuckle joint. These 2 joints are different from temporary joints. These are semi-permanent joint. Then couplings, again there are 5 couplings. 5 couplings you have to read. Couplings are used to connect 2 shafts. Again, these are all memory drawings. Then part C, coming to the part C is assembly drawing. Before that, you have to know what are the conventions for assembly drawings. In order to know that, we need to read geometrical dimensions and tolerances. So there are about 50 to 60 GD&T common that will be used for assembly drawings. This will be demonstrated in the Solid Edge software, and the 3D drawing will be given to you. Sorry, the 2D orthographic drawing will be given to you. You have to interpret the views, and finally you have to write a 3D drawing with the section. There are 7 assembly drawings: screw jack, plumber block, machine vise, tile stock, connecting rod, lever safety valve and toollet of a shaper. You have to, in the exam you will get only 2 questions. One you can take a choice. You can read 6 assembly drawings easily. Then coming to your exam pattern, internal assessment is also different here. 20 marks is dedicated for your sketchbook and 20 marks is dedicated for internal assessment test. So out of 3 tests, we will consider best 2 test. Best 2 test that will be converted for 20 marks. Initially that will be given for 30. 30 is being converted into 20. 20 marks for test, 20 marks for submission. Total will be 40 marks for your continuous internal evaluation. Then exam pattern, part A you will get 2 questions. Part B you will be getting 2 questions. Part C you will be getting 2 questions. You have to answer any one from part A, part B and part C. That will be there for 100 marks. That 100 marks is reduced to 60 and 60 plus 40 is your final marks, 100. Let us see what are the course outcomes in computer-aided machine drawing. The first course outcome is you will be sketching orthographic views. Again, there are 3 principal views: front view, top view and side view. It can be left side view or right side view. For the given 3D drawing, you will be writing orthographic views of simple machine components with section and without section. Also, the sections of solids, you will be writing sectional view of solids for polyhedrons. Polyhedrons means there are regular 7 polyhedrons: hexahedron, tetrahedron, octahedron. Here you are not studying any octahedron, just you will be doing hexahedron, tetrahedron, prisms and pyramids. Then second CO is about thread forms and fasteners. You will be writing the different thread forms and also fasteners. Fasteners means bolt and nut. Bolt and nut views will be in hexagon as well as square. Then number 3 is you will be drawing different types of joints. Again, knuckle joint and quarter joint are there. So these are all memory drawings you will be drawing. And here the diameter is varied. Based on the diameter, all the equations you will be calculating, all the dimensions you will be calculating. Then you will be sketching the joint. Again, side view, top view and front view. Then you will be constructing assembly drawing. You will be creating the parts. After creating the parts, you will be assembling the parts. Then after that, you will be taking out orthographic views of the part along with section. That is 4CO. Finally, the importance of this computer-aided machine drawing is not only to learn only the theoretical and sketching, but to also use solid edge software. So here we are using CAD packages as a solid edge. There are different kinds of softwares. You can use AutoCAD. According to VTU, solid edge will be used.